What's up everybody, it's Block here, it's coming here deck profile of my agents, Love Age. Super fun deck to play and can just like spam into synchros and links super easy, and some big boss monsters with your Mars Hyperion as well and things like that. But anyway, just want to show you guys my build. Obviously, of course, before we get into the deck profile, thank you to our channel members, thank you guys for your extra support. If of course you want to become a channel member yourself, game for extra person, things like that, just click down below. Of course, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Let's get into the deck profile. Starting off, of course, we start off with 3 of our Earth. So on normal summon, we can add 1 agent, or if Sanctuary Sky's on the field, we can add 1 Mars Hyperion instead. Then next, we've got 3 of our Neptune, which we can discard it to special summon an agent from hand or graveyard, and when it's banished, we can add 1 Sanctuary Sky to our hand. So that's of course really easy to do with things like our Mars Hyperion and our Majesty's Hyperion. Then of course we've got 3 of our Venus, as well as the Mystic Shine Balls as well. Of course, just really helps us being able to obviously just spam out on the board for our link and synchro plays, which is really good. The 1 Uranus as well, really good, being able to special summon itself while we've got Sanctuary in the Sky on the field, and then also we can Foolish Burial an agent and it copies its level, so that's really good as well, being able to vary its level for synchro plays and things like that. Then we play the 1 Destruction Venus, again really good, because it shuffles our Mystic Shine Balls from our graveyard and banishment back into the deck. So of course then we can use our Creation Venus, which is really good. And the 1 Master Hyperion, really good card, obviously being able to special summon itself by banishing an agent, and it can also pop cards on the field by banishing Light Fairies, and of course helps us get into our Synchro 10 super easy. The 1 Majesty's Hyperion, same kind of as Mars Hyperion, but we can special summon it from the graveyard as well as the hand, and then it's the other effect is we can banish a Light Fairy and then banish from the graveyard, but of course we just use it maybe to get into our Synchro 10s. Then moving on to sort of our other fairies, we do of course have our 1 Herald of Diviner, super great, being able to get our fairies that we need to in the graveyard, which is really good. The 3 Dawn Angel as well. Again, really good card. If we control fairies or no monsters, we can special summon it, and then also we contribute it and then the other fairies, and then special fairy monster up to that level, which is really good. But of course, it does lock us into fairies, so we can kind of does lock us into fairies the whole turn we activate this effect. So again, kind of have to play around that. Then next we do play the 1 Trias. Again, a really good one, working very well with our Herald of Diviner, kind of as a 1 card combo, being able to tribute it, and then of course Diviner can special summon and send and things like that, really good. The 1 Bhutan as well, again a really good one, being during our main phase, being able to banish it from the graveyard and target a level 4 or lower Light Fairy, and it's treated as a tuner while face up on the field, so again turning kind of just helping us with our synchro plays and things like that. The 1 Eva, obviously absolutely amazing when it's sent to the graveyard, banishing up to 2 other Light Fairy monsters from our field or graveyard, and then add that many level 2 fairies, which is super great. And of course the 1 Nemesis Corridor, because it's super free for us to get into the Cupid pitch and things like that to search it, and of course going into Colossus, just super dope, super easy. And then moving on to our hand traps, of course, because playing so many fairies, of course playing the Herald of Orange Light, super good, and of course the 3 Ash Blossom as well. But that is it for the monsters. Now on to the spells and traps. Then moving on to our spells and traps, of course we start off with 3 of our Sacred Waters in the Sky. So when we activate it, we can activate 1 Sanctuary in the Sky directly from our deck, or add 1 monster dimension Sanctuary in the Sky from our deck to our hand, which is super good. And also, if one of our agents would be destroyed, or one of our monsters, the mentioned Sanctuary Sky would be destroyed by battle, we can banish as well. So giving us a bit of back protection, which is really good. And of course, we do play the 1 Sanctuary in the Sky, which again just helps us, gives us kind of all of our bonus effects and things like that. And the 1 Foolish Burial, because of course we do have cards that want to be in the graveyard. That's it for the spells. Not too many we play in this deck, obviously very monster heavy deck. And then moving on to our traps, of course we've got the 1 Fallen Sanctuary. So when this card is activated, we can set a Sanctuary in the Sky, or one spend trap card that mentions it directly from our deck. This is also becomes Sanctuary in the Sky when it's face up on the field. And then we can banish 1 fairy monster from our graveyard and target 1 effect monster our opponent controls, and negates its effects until the end of the field, even if this card leaves the field as well, which is kind of handy. But again, basically it's going to have a bit of effect negation, of course sets up our Sanctuary in the Sky and kind of our other spells and traps that we need. Of course, the 1 Divine Punishment, basically just an Omni negation while Sanctuary in the Sky is on the field. Then of course the 1 9 Pillars, as we are playing the Demlong in the extra decks, is just super easy to get into, and it comes in really handy, obviously, because Herald of Arclight being banned now, so it just gives us a non-negation, which is really, really good. But anyway, that is it for the main deck. Now on to the extra deck. Then moving to our extra deck, of course, we start off with one of our Protector of the Agent's Moon. So when this card is Link Summon, we send one Fallen Sanctuary in the Sky, or one card that mentions it from our deck to our graveyard. Or if we have Sanctuary in the Sky in the field, we can add an Earth to hand. So of course, just really good setting up our graveyard and things like that with like our Majesty's Hyperion and things like that. Then also we can tribute one Fairy monster, then target one card our opponent controls and destroy it. So again, couple of really, really good effects there for us. The one Herald of Mirage Light, again, really easy link to for us to get into, and of course just giving us a bit of a spell trap negation, which is good. The one Night Lord Parshaft, again a really good one, being able to discard one card to add a Sanctuary in the Sky, or one card that specifically mentions it, or if Sanctuary in the Sky is already up on the field, we can add one Fairy. So again, super, super good. Then next we do play the one Link Spider. Just played it in here basically if we draw one of our Mystic Shine Balls. It's just super easy, and we can use it as just kind of link material and things like that for sort of our SP or our IP, which again, just a couple of good links that we can sort of on our end board, which is really good. Then moving on to our synchros, we do play, of course, the one Master Flare Hyperion. Really, really good one. So we can send one agent or one monster that mentions Sanctuary in the Sky from our hand deck, extra deck to the graveyard. And until the end of this turn, it copies its effect, which is works really, really well with our Destruction Venus, being able to shuffle our Mystic Shine Balls and things like that. And also when our opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, we can banish one Fairy monster from our hand or graveyard, and then banish one card on the field, which is really good. So again, giving us a bit of disruption, and of course setting up our plays. And then we, of course, do play the one of the level 5, the Pluto. Again, just another really good card. This always treats as an agent. And it's once per turn, we can banish one monster from our graveyard, target one effect monster on the graveyard, sorry. And Book of Moon it, which is really good. And it's a quick effect if we control Sanctuary in the Sky, which is really good. Then also we can banish this card from our graveyard and add Sanctuary in the Sky from our deck or graveyard to our hand. So if we need to recycle our Sanctuary in the Sky, we can do that. It's super, super easy. Then moving on to our other links, of course, we do have our one Denlong, obviously just part of our Yang, our little 9 pillars in the Yang Zing engine that we do run. The one Cupid Pitch, again, really good one to helping us synchro climb and things like that. And of course, also getting our Nemesis Corridor to hand, which is super good. The one Chen Ying, again, just a really good synchro 10 we can go into. And again, same with the Chaos Angels, just good synchro 10s that we can go into, help us OTK and things like that. The one Starham, again, just a really good card to help us get into our synchro 5s and things like that. The one Colossus, of course, as we can get into, super, super easy. And then to finish off, we do have the one Star Slayer, again, just a good card that we can go into. But that's it for the deck profile, guys. Of course, hope you guys enjoyed. Shout out to our channel members. Thank you guys for your support. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.